On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
We ain't included gas, cars. We ain't included maintenance. We ain't included utilities. We ain't included phone bills. We ain't included nothing. Nothing. That is not enough. I don't know when we started. Listen, just because the majority of the people are doing it, I'm saying that I have respect for you as a person and as a human being. But what I'm saying is that if we are going to keep subjecting people to this low standard instead of, hey, maybe if you shoot for 150, you might hit 90, and then you might continue to climb and continue to be more productive, because we all know that you are not going to be able to afford retirement and you're going to work until you die. And the only way that you can possibly even remotely pass on any kind of thing outside of a burden to your kids that got to bury you is you got to pray that you can keep up on your life insurance policy. And that's the only way. And so we waiting on you to die so the family can then get some money. That is not life. That is not living.
They are living.
No. Hold on.
If you live,
hold on, Siobhan. Toya, I'm sorry. That's broke.
Okay, no, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's not.
If a man makes $40,000 a year, he cannot even barely take care of himself in 2022. $40,000 a year today, if you really do the math based off of inflation and you look at the earnings, and I'm not even talking about my opinion, I'm talking about in life. You're talking about $40,000 with a family. Yes. I'm telling you that after taxes, he does not even have enough to fund his retirement to even then pay his rent. Listen, if you got a $1,500 rent, you're paying the equivalent of $18,000 a year just to have a place to sleep. That ain't utilities, that ain't maintenance, that ain't a car, that ain't insurance, that's nothing. That's just $18,000 a year. And the average rent is higher than that, right? Yeah. So we spend average salary, average rent, right? And if you make $40,000 a year pre-tax, you don't even have enough to breathe, let alone take care of a family. So just because we say the median income amongst a certain group of people is this, does not mean that that is not broke. And my issue is that our standards are so low that we shooting for 40,000 because that's what we saying is average. When in reality, we should be shooting. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making 40, because if you grinding and you're doing it legally, I have respect for you.
And that's what I'm saying.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about respect as a human. We're saying that what should the standard be that we shoot for? Because if we're being realistic about what it takes to survive, and inflation is at 9.1% and climbing every single quarter, that is not enough. As a matter of fact, I would also say that a man making $40,000 a year, if he's on his grind, he don't have time to be focused on no women.
That's a different discussion.
You don't have enough to be focused on a family. You gotta grind, bro. That's just my discussion.
Even though you're correct, that's not what we're talking about right now. We just gotta be realistic.
No. So that's the reason why we asked the initial question. Right?
I can't put a number on it because I just feel like that's all I'm saying. I know that
I don't have no problem with your answer. Yeah. I'm just saying 40,000 is not enough to take care of a family.
I could imagine. I mean, I could imagine, but I just don't like. I don't like looking down on people.
I respect your answer too, Toya. I respect your answer. I think your answer is very respectable, honestly. But
it all depends on how the person's interpreting too. Because if you do say that 40,000 is broke, that may motivate somebody to get in their bag that's watching.
Correct. Which is why. That's another reason why I brought this up.
It's okay to give your opinion. I mean, because if you actually living in a household with somebody that's making 40,000, you're gonna experience that struggle. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Okay, so Kay, what's your answer?
And see, that's the thing. I'm not. So I feel like talking about what the income is in my house is like.
No, we don't want you to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we don't want you to talk about your income, but Toya, you at the age that you are now,
yes,
whatever that is, and I don't know how old you are, but you are a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
If you were single today, and a guy say I make $40,000 a year, I have a hard time, and maybe you will, because maybe you just that Southern belle that just rock. But I have a hard time that you're not gonna say, "Come on, baby," like I can't do that.
You had to throw that baby.
As a grown woman, I have a hard time believing that you gonna be like, come on, baby, I'm with it.
Let me add something here, because this money talk be capped too much sometimes. Because if you think about it, everybody can't make $80,000. It's impossible. The world consists of positions, slots. How the world works, people have to fill slots.
Correct.
You would not have 50% of the positions in America millionaire slots. And like I said, we get on here, we talk about this shit. The thing is, a man can have $40,000 and have a family. But guess what? His wife would have to also bring probably $40,000 to the table too.
Well, then that's not a traditional relationship, as you.
We're not talking about traditional. Hold
yes,
on,
it
Anton.
is, because y'all keep referring to what.
No, we're not talking about traditional at all.
No. Man, I said chill. I was shooting. You were shooting in the jail.
I apologize. I apologize, bro. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I mean, because we get on here and everybody talk like life is not about positions. You can only get positions if positions are available. That's the problem with this whole concept that we're talking now. Everybody think they can be an entrepreneur. Do you know that that's impossible?
That shit hard.
Is it? No, I mean, just say if you send everybody and they get the skills to be an entrepreneur, it's impossible because our society will crash. So, I mean, I agree that a $40,000 dude, what that's like after taxes, probably like almost $3,000 a month, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even no benefits included, $3,000 a month.
Not even.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But the thing is,
not even $3,000 a month.
Well, I did the math. It kind of like it's like 29, and that's why I said before benefits. So I did it. So
three times 12 is 36.
Are you writing it out?
But that's before benefits and taxes, sir.
I said no. If you do the math, $40,000, and you watch this.
$40,000 means you pay 12%. Right?
Yep, $40,000.
What's the percentage at $40,000?
Okay, $12,000. Subtract 40% will be 48. And now, and see, now they have
so 12% in taxes. And then
I just took away taxes, lady. Did you see me? Look, that's how it's gone.
So it's just a little under $3,000.
Yeah. So now that's why I said it's a little under $3,000.
But let's just
before you dealing with benefits. But regardless, now if somebody matched that, then that's probably $6,000 a month. Can somebody live and have a family with that?
Yes.
Would they be running around here in Audis and all that shit? No. But I'm just saying, I just think it's kept when people get up here and constantly talk about like get the money, get the money, get the money. It's virtually impossible.
So
it would be maybe in America today, 40% of people can really get the money. 60% gotta fill their positions. That's natural. That's everywhere.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Okay, so let's play this out. Let's play this out, right? Let's say you as a family, you make $80,000 a year total. Let's say we double it, right? And then after taxes, you're somewhere around $5,800 a month, not including benefits. Cool? We all on the same page?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Now you got healthcare coverage. Don't go without healthcare coverage. Cool? We with that? Healthcare coverage costs a lot. You got kids in this? Okay, cool. The average person is supposed to put at least $10,000 per person up per year when it comes to retirement. It's $20,000 right off the bat.
But they're supposed to. Are they doing that though?
But what I'm saying is our standards are so low that we saying, are they doing it? When in reality, I just did an article today where the average person that's re-entering the workforce is 70 years old and older because they cannot afford to be retired. They have to work for the rest of their life because the average savings and the average retirement is less than $100,000 when you enter 70 plus. So if we gonna start having this conversation, then we got to talk about being responsible across the board, because we can't just say you can survive. We have to raise the standard and say that's not enough. And we ain't included kids, we ain't included healthcare coverage, we ain't included insurance, we ain't included rent, we ain't included gas, cars, we ain't included maintenance, we ain't included utilities, we ain't included phone bills, we ain't included nothing. Nothing. That is not enough. I don't know when we started. Listen, just because the majority of the people are doing it, I'm saying that I have respect for you as a person and as a human being. But what I'm saying is that if we are going to keep subjecting people to this low standard instead of, hey, maybe if you shoot for 150, you might hit 90, and then you might continue to climb and continue to be more productive, because we all know that you are not going to be able to afford retirement, and you're going to work until you die. And the only way that you can possibly even remotely pass on any kind of thing outside of a burden to your kids that got to bury you is you got to pray that you can keep up on your life insurance policy. And that's the only way. And so we waiting on you to die so the family can then get some money. That is not life. That is not living.